Yo, 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 salute, 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 salute. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry, I think something's wrong with the chat. I don't know why that is on. It's saying only people with particular permissions can comment. I don't know why that is, but I'm gonna see what I could do about it. Going on, people? We are back for a live watch along here, this time between the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky. Should be a good game. Currently in the Discord have the Indiana game on. It's pretty much a blowout in that one. Pretty much a blowout, which is unfortunate. Let me see if I changed any permissions here. Can nobody comment? Let me know. Oh, you wouldn't be able to let me know if you can't comment, but I don't know why. I see that there. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, thank you, Sierra, in the Discord. Let me know you can't comment. I don't know why that is. That is very interesting. That's never happened before. But I'm gonna fix that momentarily. I'm gonna figure out why. But anyways, we got this game going on. I'm gonna get everything fixed up shortly. I'm not sure why nobody can comment on this. Let me see. Do I have to make it private and then make it public again? That is super weird. Let's go private, save. And then if I go public, save. This is interesting. Participants? I don't know. We got to figure this out before the game starts, though. Shout out to the people on TikTok. Shout out to the TikTok crew. Why can't anybody comment? That's very weird. I've never seen that before. It said chat is now open to everyone. Can I comment? I mean, I would hope I would comment. But the game hasn't started yet. Salute, hello. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Salute for the follow. Channel 11. Oh, something just happened. I think my Twitch just went down. Something is happening, but we're gonna rock out. We're gonna get this fixed up. Why can't anyone comment on YouTube? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna get it fixed up. I'm gonna see what I can do here, because I've never run into this before. Let me see. Can you comment on the vertical stream? I think on the vertical you can comment, but on the horizontal you can't. That's interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, let's get into the starting lineup. The broadcast, excuse me, broadcast is starting right now between the Wings and the Chicago Sky. I gotta get that fixed though. I'm nothing without the community. So, that's very interesting. Maybe it's something with my comment settings. I mean, it is something with my comment settings, but maybe it's quizzes. I ain't put no quiz. Yeah, it's not made for kids. Okay, age restriction. This is so weird. I can't silence y'all. Yeah, I definitely can't silence y'all. Comments. It says comments are on. Anyone can comment. Yeah, that's all right. Let me see if I do pause, save, on, save. This is so weird. Anyways, let me see if I can. Once the game gets started, I'm gonna try and get this situated. But let's talk about the starting lineups right now. Shout out to the TikTok. I think that's working fine. So starting lineup for the visiting Dallas Wings, you have Sims, Beckers, Agumbawale, Smith, and Shepard. For the Chicago Sky, you have basically a 3-4 guard starting lineup. You know, Rakia Jackson's out for the season with the torn ACL. You have Skylar Diggins, Natasha Cloud, JC Sheldon, Gabriela Jaquez, and Cardoso. So I gotta make some adjustments here. So Natasha Cloud is into the starting lineup. No Azzi Stevens back. Yeah, Gabriela Jaquez, they have her listed at the 4. So this is gonna be an interesting starting lineup for them. Live commentary mode on. What does this even mean? Yeah, Indiana's over here killing y'all. Indiana's over killing. I'm trying to fix the YouTube vertical stream comments here. For some reason it got disabled, but the vertical stream works. The vertical comments work. Now my mom texting me, Mom, I'm watching it on. You have to watch it on the app I downloaded for you. You have to watch it on that. Let me see if I could turning off live commentary mode. I think they can't wait for this game to end before that other game starts. Stream settings, live chat, unchecked. The stream settings, fine, live chat. Why is this so difficult? All right, they go into another commercial, so we're not missing anything. Not missing anything right now. Settings. Honestly, you have no clue. This is so weird. Salute to everyone joining the stream. Salute. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Just trying to troubleshoot something on the fly here. Something with the comments, but not sure exactly what it is. What's up, Liz? What's going on? Salute. Indiana is currently killing Portland 80-61. 80-61. So that game is an absolute blowout right now. Okay, so my comment came through. YouTube. Yeah, how's that game? I need to keep an eye on that game too, like I kept an eye on that game as well. Advanced settings. I'm feeling like a unk right now that I can't get this situated. But we were not missing any action right now. We're not missing any action. They haven't even started the game yet, so it's giving me some time to figure it out. Oh, there we go. I found it. Everybody, y'all could comment now. I fixed it. I don't know what happened there. That's crazy. But I know where to find it. Salute, salute, salute. We good now. We good. All right, let me lock back in now. I wanted to start a poll and everything. I couldn't. Who wins? Who you think was going to win tonight's game? Is it between the Wings or the Sky? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the poll. All right. All right, I'm locked in now. Cassidy, sorry, I was fixing something on TikTok. I'm sorry, I missed out. Am I going to actually stream the game? No, I can't. TikTok will get my account out of here expeditiously. What's up, Chemo? My bad, y'all. I don't know. That's what happens when you set up streams when you fall into sleep. You just clicking buttons. It'll be play by play only with stats. There we go. I'm gonna put a comment there. I'm gonna try and pin this so y'all can see it. All right, so the pregame shot clock has expired here in Chicago. So now they're about to do all the starting lineups and things of that nature. Astro said wings up. Okay. Steph said we don't care about the comments. I understand. The game hasn't started. If the game started, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, they never start these games right on time. They say 9 o'clock. It's all 9:10, 9:15. So y'all not missing a thing. They're doing the starting lineups right now. Nah, Carmen, game hasn't started. Game has not started. Game hasn't started. Nah, somebody said that, Sierra, on TikTok. So I was trying to get that situated. Game has not started yet. They're doing starting introductions right now. Do I think Chicago wins today? I don't know. I think this starting lineup is tough with the 4 guards. It's gonna be tough. Salute Chemo for the jewels. Appreciate you. Is this their home opener that they're doing all this for? Let me check if this is the first game of the season at home for the Sky, because they're doing a whole tunnel walk type joint. Let me see. Sky. Yeah, it's the first game of it's the home opener, I guess. Yeah, it's the home opener. That's why they playing it up so much. I'm like, yo, they doing mad stuff for this game, but it is the home opener, so it makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. Do do you own Indiana Fever fans? No, Dooms? Nah, I don't own nobody, my friend. I don't own nobody. Salute for the W page. Appreciate that. I am keeping track of that game though. That game is a blowout. Indiana killing people over there, and I'm killing the fire over there. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 21. Aaliyah Boston with 24. No Caitlin tonight. No problem. Hey. Courtney Vandersloot walking out with a Rakia Jackson jersey on. If y'all didn't know, Rakia Jackson tore her ACL in the last game. She's out for the season. She was playing really well, actually, to start the season for the Sky. RC, my guy, salute, salute. I mean, listen, it's the fire. I mean, they beat us, so I shouldn't be the last one talking about it's just the fire. But we got our revenge, so. Oh my eye. They still doing starting lineup introductions, y'all. This game probably won't start till on 9:30 at this rate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rakia, that's so tough, man. Having a good season in a new city, basically the focal point of the team, and ACL gone. Tough. Tough is tough. They start in Sky Dig, Natasha Cloud, JC Sheldon, Gabriela Jaquez, and Camila Cardoso. Steph, no, I can't actually show the game here on the on TikTok. They'll flag my account. So I'll give you play-by-play, I'll give you stats, but I can't show the actual game. All right, starting lineups are done. So we should be getting started shortly. So starting lineups are on your screens. Odyssey Sims, Paige Beckers, Enrique Gumbawale, Jess Shepard, Alana Smith. For the Sky, it's Cloud, Sheldon, Jaquez. Well, it's a mixture of Cloud, Sheldon, Diggins, Jaquez, and Cardoso. This is going to be interesting. A 4-guard starting lineup. This is going to be really interesting. Jessica Shepard is probably going to feast tonight if they're going to play 4 guards with her. Let me see if they had anybody else injured. No Azzi Stevens still. Maddie Westbell, of course, is out. Dejanay Carrington still out. Courtney Vandersloot still out. We already know about Rakia. And I know they said Elizabeth Williams was a game time decision. Let me see. Oh no, Elizabeth Williams is available, so we're good there. Azzi Stevens is still out, so I'm gonna mark her as out. So they're dealing with a bunch of injuries, but they're gonna have to make it work. AZ could have started with that lineup on Chicago, yeah. if she made it there. Oh, you mean for Dallas, like started against them? Nah, I think they're trying to get some continuity with that lineup that they have there. That Odyssey, Page, Enrique lineup. The right players are walking onto the court, high five, hugging and embracing and all that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, this game is on national TV, so the league pass was never gonna have it, Gio. Any game that's on national TV, league pass isn't for those games, but there's some channels on YouTube that are streaming it. That have the actual game. I don't know how they get away with it. The one time I did it, they got me out of here. But jump ball here, and we're getting started in Chicago, the home opener for the Chicago Sky, and they win the tip. Camila Cardoso at the right elbow, looking for Sky Dig, gets it over to Sky. Sky, right side to JC. They trying to get it down to Cardoso. JC over to Gabriela Jaquez. She shoots the 3, and it's off the rim. And Enrique with the rebound. Yeah, RCA. It's the New York accent. Who said that? Why is it the New York accent? What'd I miss? Ball and play here with Alana Smith. And she knocks down the 3. People were talking about Alana Smith, how she's been bumming it. I mean, she has, but she knocks down the first 3 of the game. Dallas up 3-0. Ball over to Sky, into the paint. Up top to JC Sheldon. Sheldon, top of the key here. Wants a screen, gets the screen from Cardoso. She stops, throws it out to Cloud. Left side to Sky. Sky, left side, steps in, takes the midi off the back of the rim, and Jess Shepard with the rebound. Ball over to Enrique. Enrique snakes through the lane. Oh, she smokes the layup. Rebound to Gabriela Jaquez. Jaquez crosses half court. Jaquez drives right. Gets cut off. Up top to Cloud. Over to Diggins. Hand off to JC. Goes behind the back. Over to Sky in the left corner. Throws it down to Cardoso. That should be barbecue chicken. And it is. She finishes with the left hand lay. Sky on the board. 3-2. Camilla should be feasting down there. Jess Shepard with the ball. Dribbles left. Tries to hand it off to Paige. Can't get it to her. Nowhere to go. She gets it to Paige finally. Top of the key. Drives right. Gets cut off. Back out to Jess Shepard. She takes the top of the key 3 off the left side of the rim. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. Yeah, there's always some account that always gets away with showing it. But the one time I did it, they gave me a copyright strike. So I don't play with them no more. Cloud with the ball. Cloud into the paint. One leg fall away gets blocked, but they call a foul. They call the foul on Beckers. So first foul of the game. Natasha Cloud will go to the line for 2 free throws. Okay. Oh, Carolina, I totally forgot. I didn't forget about that incident, but I forgot that was the Sky's home opener as Natasha Cloud hits the free throw. Natasha Cloud at the line for the second free throw. Knocks down both. Score is 4-3. Chicago on top. Odyssey Sims hands it off to Agumbawale. Over to Jess Shepard. Jess Shepard guarded tightly by Cardoso on the perimeter. She spins into the lane, goes up. That should be a foul. It is a foul on Cardoso. And that will be Camilla's first. Jess Shepard will go to the line for 2 free throws. Yeah, there was no need for her to jump. She's already 6'6", 6'7". No need to jump there, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws, Jess Shepard. First free throw is up. Shepard rattles it in. Four is the score. Shepard at the line and rattles in the second. It's 5-4. Camilla hands it off to Cloud, left side of the court. Cloud into the paint, attacks Beckers. That draws the second foul on Beckers. So Cloud putting pressure on Paige, and that's 2 fouls already. So Paige Becker is probably going to have to go take a seat on the bench. Oh no, they say that's the first foul was on Alana Smith, so Paige only with 1. That's my bad. The announcer said Paige on the first one, so I thought she had 2. So 1 foul for Paige, 1 foul for Alana Smith. Cloud knocks down the second free throw. Ball in play here with Odyssey Sims. Sky with the lead, 6-5. Sims gets it over to Shepard. Shepard finds Paige under the basket. Guarded by Cloud, takes the fall away jump shot way off. Alana Smith with the offensive rebound. Odyssey Sims lines up for a 3, and that's off. Cloud with the rebound. Cloud gets it over to Diggins. Foul finds Gabriela Jaquez streaking down the middle of the paint, and she scores in the home opener for the Sky, her first basket. 8-5. Gets it over to Paige. Paige Beckers with the ball. Paige dribbles left, gets cut off, dribbles around Jaquez, takes the midi, and scores. Paige Beckers on the board. 8-7. Ball over with Natasha Cloud. Cloud looking for Sky. Finds Sky on a back cut. She barely saves it. Finds Jaquez on a cut. And then it's a jump ball between Shepard and Jaquez. Size advantage in favor of Jess Shepard. They're showing a replay of that last Gabriela Jaquez layup on the fast break. The jump ball is won by the Sky. Oh, Sky gets it over to Camilla, and she scores easily over Alana Smith. Just a size advantage. 10-7, Chicago on top. Paige over to Odyssey, right side of the court. Finds Paige on the cut. Paige, baseline jumper, and another air ball from that right baseline. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez straight down the floor, goes up. Another left-hand lay. Oh, it trickles off. And the loose ball goes out to Enrique. Arike Gumbawale finds Odyssey Sim. She goes for the left reverse, and she misses the whole rim. Alana Smith with the rebound, and then an entry pass is batted out of bounds by Cloud. It stays with the Wings, excuse me. So it's Wings ball under their own basket here. Substitution happening. Azzi Fudd checks into the game. Came in for Odyssey Sims. Gets the ball to Arike. Arike guarded by former teammate JC Sheldon. Shepard over to Page. Page comes off that screen. Nice little head fake. Off balance midi. Can't get it. Cardoso tips the rebound to herself and gets it over to Sheldon. Sheldon over to JC. I said Sheldon over to JC. Over to Camilla. Back to JC. JC floater. Fight for the rebound. Alana Smith gets the rebound. What's up, Miracle? Salute, salute. And a miss there by the Wings. Yeah, you on the vertical stream, Miracle. That's why it looks different. And a deflection there by the Wings. And a steal. Now Paige Becker's in transition. Oh, Cloud almost had the pick off, but it goes out of bounds. All right, so it's Wings ball here. Awak Kuir checks into the game for the Wings for Alana Smith. Paige Beckers gets the ball poked away from behind by Sky Dig. They outlet it to her, and she lays it in. So the Sky defense is very active so far in this first quarter. They have a 12-7 lead. Ball from Shepard over to Gumbawale. Gumbawale tries to snake the screen, and they call a foul there by Sky Dig. So our first timeout of the game, the Sky on top in the home opener, 12-7 over the Dallas Wings. Live from Wintrust Arena in Chicago. All right, now that we got everything situated, salute to everyone here on the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, follow on TikTok. Make sure you leave a like. Helps the algorithm, helps the channel out tremendously. This might be our 5th straight day streaming. Nah, I'm probably exaggerating, but it's been a bunch of days. Les Serrano, it's only commentary. I can't show the actual game, my friend. Can't show the actual game. Maybe I should edit this. Where's my I'm put PXP. We're in a commercial right now. We are in commercial break right now. We are in a commercial break. So the Sky forcing turnovers here, which is leading to baskets on the other end. Looking at the turnover battle, Sky only have 1 turnover. Sorry, the Wings only have 1 turnover. The Sky have none so far, but the Sky are getting a lot of deflections. Oh, yeah, people get confused between the vertical and the regular. Miracle. The vertical had you confused? Yeah. Yeah, it confuses people. It's just another way to, when people are scrolling through the YouTube Shorts algorithm, when you do it in the vertical stream, it pops up in there. So just a way to get more awareness out there, but the OGs know where to find me on YouTube. Chap, what's going on? Salute, salute. I know it's been a short time. We were just here less than 24 hours ago. What's up, Pam? Jaquez and Cloud are both high energy, no quit players. They work well together, definitely. People were really like down on the Chicago pick of Jaquez. I always liked it. People were saying they picked her too high, but I think she went right where she was supposed to go, and I'm a fan of hers. Rooting for her. I mean, it helps that her brother plays for my team in the NBA, the Miami Heat. So I'm just hoping and wishing for her continued success. Nah, I hear that, Empire. Yeah, they get the limited stats on the vertical. I just give them the points, rebound. Well, you get to see a little bit of everything, but it's tiny. Finally, they're back from commercial break. It's feeling like it's gonna be a long game already. You got Tyler Marsh, his second year as a head coach, and you have Jose Fernandez, first year head coach in the W. Paige Beckers with the ball. Gets it down to a foul there by Jaquez. Jaquez trying to guard the taller Awak. Yeah, I need to pop that page out so I can take a look, keep an eye on that Spurs game. I missed a good one between the Knicks yesterday. Ball in play here with the wings, and the ball's deflected. Azzi Fudd saves it back to Paige Beckers. Top of the key with 6 on the clock. Paige comes off the screen, finds a rolling Jess Shepard. She stops, spins, goes up, left hand hook, trickles over the rim, and scores. Jess Shepard with the basket. Scores 12-9. Natasha Cloud at the controls is Cloud, Diggins, Cardoso, Banham, and Jaquez. Oh, and Sky, double clutch pass, throws it too high for Jaquez. It goes out of bounds. Elizabeth Williams checking in for the first time tonight. She was questionable earlier in the day, but seems like she's good to go now. Ball in play here with Paige Beckers and the wings. Paige, right side of the court, guarded by Cloud. Ball deflected, but Kawir saves it. Gets it back to Paige on the right side of the court. Man, the defense is hounding Paige. Kawir down to Jess Shepard. She's double teamed. Somebody's open. Azzi Fudd saves it. Mid-range jump shot and scores. Azzi Fudd, as the shot clock was expiring, steps in, shoots the left elbow jumper. She's on the board. Liz Williams over to Sky Diggs. Sky off the screen. Sky downhill, goes up, left hand floater, gets fouled. Doesn't drop, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Shot clock expiring. Shepard barely gets it to AZ with that quick release. She steps in and knocks it down. Yeah, Fever had no problem with no Caitlin and Aaliyah back. As Sky misses the free throw. Come on, Sky, you're on my fantasy team. I need you to make the free ones. Maddie Segrist checks in for Jessica Shepard. AZ Fudd's been doing a lot of her work in the mid-range. Hasn't hit a 3 since like the season opener, I believe. And it was only 1-3. Diggins makes the second free throw. Ball in play here with Paige Beckers. Paige gets it over to Enrique. Ball gets deflected off of Sky, then off of Enrique, and they stay with possession. And Sky, Bear didn't know what was happening, just keeps her hands high, and Enrique, the ball trickles off of her. Ball in play here with, is that Koulibaly? Yeah, Koulibaly's on the court now. Natasha Cloud still here with JC Sheldon. Ball down to Liz Williams. Williams out to Cloud. Cloud pulls up for 3, and Natasha Cloud with the left wing 3. 16-11. Chicago on top here. Maddie Segrist with the ball. Gets it over to Ogunbowale. She's been pretty quiet. Ogunbowale dribbles right. Snatchback dribble. Crosses over on JC. Gets into the paint. Takes the fall away jump shot, and it's off. Elizabeth Williams with the rebound. Over to Cloud. Cloud over to Bannon. Back to Cloud. Top of the key. Cloud comes off the screen. Cloud spins back out over to JC. Right side to Koulibaly. Liz Williams in the post against Segrist. Throws the hook shot up and scores. 18-11. Chicago offense humming here. Azzi Fudd with the ball. Attacks Banham. Oh, she almost double dribbled. They don't call it. Awak for 3 off the back of the rim. Ball in play here with Cloud. Cloud gets the screen from Liz Williams, gets a rescreen going to her right. Cross court pass to Bannum. Bannum for three, gets fouled and 1 4-point play. Rachel Bannum. And Chicago's on a nice little run here ever since that timeout. Dallas struggling to score. Rachel Bannum, another person with a quick release. And she cashes out from the left wing for her first basket, and she'll go to the line for the 4-point play. And Bannum knocks down the free throw for the 4-point play. Largest lead of the game here, 22-11. Paige Beckers with the ball, guarded by Sky Digg now. It's a 10-0 run here for Chicago. Azzi Fudd with the ball, guarded by Bannum. She dribbles left. Azzi Fudd gets cut off, throws it back out. Oh, that was dangerous. But Enrique has it. Enrique steps back for a three. High arcing three. Nothing but net for Enrique Gumbawale. Quiets the run. 22-14. Sky with the ball, snaking behind the screen. Just keeps re-snaking. Comes left. Finds Liz Williams. Stops. Nowhere to go. Throws up the hook shot. Too strong. Maddie Siegrist with the one-handed rebound. And gets it over to Paige. Paige goes over to AZ. AZ pump fake. Steps in. Takes another midi. And knocks it down. Baseline midi for AZ Fudd. All of her shots the last couple of games I've seen have been all mid-range jumpers. So it's 22-16. Sky with the ball. Over to JC Sheldon. Sheldon behind the screen. Sheldon pulls up for three. Almost banks it in. Liz Williams with the offensive rebound. Tries to hit Coulibaly, but it's a turnover. AZ Fudd with the ball. Fudd over to Gumbawale. Gumbawale gets the screen from Kawir. Drops it off to Kawir and is deflected out by Coulibaly. It'll stay with the Wings. Yeah, this Dallas lineup is interesting. Paige, Enrique, AZ, Siegrist, and Kawir. Paige to inbound. Oh, AZ wasn't expecting it. Kawir saves it, though. With 7 on the shot clock, Enrique Gumbawale attacks JC. She steps back for another three, and that one trickles off. Liz Williams with the rebound. Gets it over to Sky. Crosses half court. About 25 seconds left in the quarter. 12 on the shot clock, so it's about a 7-second difference here. Sky, left to right crossover. Gets it over to Liz Williams. Back to Sky, top of the key. 3 on the clock. Sky throws up the floater. Kawir, I think, gets the block. 7 on the clock. Wings can get a shot here. 5 on the clock. Paige drives by everybody, drops it off to Siegrist. It gets deflected and out of bounds off of Siegrist. And it's the Sky ball. Oh, the referees say no, it's actually his fault. It is Wings ball. So Wings basketball here. Paige to inbound. Gets it to Kawir. Kawir, fall away jump shot. And that does not fall. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 22-16 Chicago over Dallas. So Dallas without Rakia Jackson, starting a brand new lineup. And they have the lead over the Dallas Wings. All right, 22-16. Salute to everybody here. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow, share. We do watch alongs all W season long. We've had some pretty good games on the stream recently. Last night, it was a good game between the Tempo and the Mercury. On Sunday, I think we had Atlanta and Vegas. That was a good game. On Monday, I think Monday we had a blowout. But otherwise, we've been having some decent games here on the stream. 70% of y'all say Wings will win. I'm going to end this poll now that we're at the end of the first quarter. So 70% say Wings win, 30% say Sky out of the 33 votes. Guess we have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Sierra says they need them to play Lee more. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Lee, excuse me. There's 3 games on the schedule tonight. One has already gone final. Indiana defeats Portland 90-73. We're doing this game now, and then at 10 p.m. Eastern, Connecticut and Seattle will face off. They're showing like renderings of the Chicago Sky facility, practice facility, that they're building for them. So all teams have to have a practice facility for their players. So they're talking about that here in this commercial that I'm seeing here. Chap said I like both squads but voted Sky. Understandable. That's understandable. Yeah, the practice facility should have been done, right? But as they say, better late than never. All right, the broadcast is back. They talk about Skylar Diggins. I need Sky to do more work for my fantasy team, though, but all right, Sky with 3 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. I need the points to go up, Sky. Come on, put in work. All right, quarter has resumed here with the wings and Paige Beckers, and Sky gets a deflection, almost pokes it off of Paige. Paige struggling with the intense ball pressure that Cloud and Diggins have given her. Segrist gets it into Azzi Fudd. Fudd with the ball, guarded by Jaquez. The 2 rookies going at it. Gives it over to Jess Shepard. Shepard pump fakes, goes over to Paige. Paige steps in for a midi, and she knocks down the midi. Hit Sky with the pump fake, had her fly by, and knocks down the mid-range jumper. It's 22-18. Sky with the ball. Gets it over to Coulibaly. Coulibaly down to Camilla in the post. Steps through, goes up, off glass, and scores. Camila Cardoso feasting in the paint today. 24-18. Cardoso up to 6 points here. Jess Shepard with the ball. Nowhere to go. Finds Enrique on a back cut. Enrique guarded by J.C. Sheldon. Finds Segrist. Segrist lines up a 3 and it's off the back of the rim. Cardoso with the rebound. And everybody leaves her. Cardoso's going to just dribble it up the court. Okay. J.C. Sheldon over to Jaquez. Jaquez gets the screen. Throws it down to Cardoso. Cardoso attacks Shepard, goes across the lane, and banks it in again. So Cardoso going right at Jess Shepard. That's 8 points on 4-4 shooting for Camila Cardoso. Enrique with the ball. Finds Jess Shepard. Foul line jump shot, and she knocks it down. Jess Shepard had up to 6 points here. Ball in play here with Sky. Over to Coulibaly. Right side to J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon attacks. Over to Cardoso at the top of the key. Cardoso finds Jaquez on the cut across the paint. Jaquez stops through on AZ and scores with the left hand. Gabriela Jaquez with the right, with the left, it doesn't matter. She scores on that left hand scoop, and it's 28-20. 16 points in the paint for the Sky. Got Beckers with the ball. Trying to get it to Agumbawale. Goes right side to Jess Shepard. Back up top to Enrique. With 6 on the clock. Enrique comes off the screen. Finds Jess Shepard. 2 on the clock. Paige has to take the foul line jump shot. And she knocks it down. So Paige Beckers starting to assert herself here. And it's 28-22. J.C. Sheldon at the controls here. Guarded by Azzi Fudd. Over to Gabriela. Gabby Jaquez into the paint. Stop. One leg fall away. Dirk style off the front of the rim. Cardoso goes over 2 shorter players. Offensive rebound and lays it in. And that's 10 points for Camilla in this first half. 5 of 5 shooting. Paige attacks Gabriela Jaquez. It goes off Paige's leg and out of bounds. So this defensive pressure getting to Paige a little bit with the ball handling is looking a little shaky, to be completely honest with you. So Gabby Jaquez with 4 points, and Cardoso leading the way with 10. Ball and play here with the Chicago Sky. 30-22. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cloud throws it out to Jaquez. Jaquez picks up her dribble down to Cardoso. Cardoso against Atlanta Smith. Picks up her dribble, steps through. Oh my gosh, Camila Cardoso just showing off the feet work. And she's 6 for 6. She's everybody looking at her like, yo, I never seen you do that before. But asserting herself down there in the paint. Thought she picked up her dribble too early. She stopped, reversed, step through move, and lays it in. And it's 32-22. Cardoso, the Brazilian big, is cooking down there. Kimo said Wings defense is weak. Yes. It's paper mache down there. It don't matter. Atlanta Smith, Jess Shepard, it don't matter. So Cardoso, the star of the first half so far, 12 points, 4 rebounds on 6 of 6 shooting. For the this Camilla's 3rd year, right? 3rd year? Wow. Yeah, the 3rd year center out of South Carolina by way of where she's from, Brazil. Yeah, Luca Cardoso. When she's like locked in, she's hard to deal with. As long as she stays out of foul trouble, she's always gonna be a problem, man. Salute to Camilla. So leading scorers, you got 2 players tied with 6 points for the Wings in Shepard and Paige Beckers. For the Sky, as I mentioned, Cardoso leads the way with 12. Natasha Cloud with 7. Oh, excuse me, my bad. Conlan, that's a good point. I mean, Camilla and Reese played around the same area, so the paint was always going to be congested. Now that they've surrounded Camilla with more wing players instead of post players, the spacing is paid off. I still think they need more 3-point shooting because Sheldon and Jaquez can shoot the 3, Sky, but they're not 3-point shooters. The only one that's a really certified 3-point shooter on this team is Rachel Banham. But I think the more 3-point shooters you surround Camilla with, the better. That's why I think when Azzi comes back, they can play together because Azzi can stretch the floor as that stretch big. That's true, Pam. Jaquez does know how to play with a big. She played with Lauren Betts at UCLA. You been to her hometown, Sierra? That's dope. I've never been to South America. I mean, yeah. Angel was never gonna fill Bree Jones' shoes. She does have a motor, though. That's what she does have a motor. Lee Rue and Camilla talking, and they're having a nice little chat there. I think they played on the same team in China, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. In the Chinese Basketball Association, I think they were on the same team. Ball and play here with the Wings. We're back in action. Azzi Fudd gets fouled on a foul line jumper, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. What up, Zay? Man said, I don't know why the Mexicans didn't feed the post. Yeah. Lucas says, who you looking out for this season? Of course, my team is the Liberty, so I'm always looking out for the Libs. But a team that secondary team is the Sky team. People are pretty down on them, but I think they're gonna make some noise here as the free throws are hit, 32-24, and Chicago with the ball. But I think I'm looking to see what the Chicago team does. Unfortunately, they lost Rakia already as Natasha Cloud shoots a three. I think they'll live with that. She misses. Azzi James checks into the game. She has the ball. She goes coast to coast, double clutches, and scores. Azzi James never seen a shot she doesn't like, but that was a good one. She got the rebound, went coast to coast, and laid it in. Ball. Cloud. I don't know how Cloud overshoots a pass on Cardoso. Cardoso said she was getting pushed in the back. No foul call there. It's a turnover. Lucas says Sky to the semis. Wow. Second round Sky? I guess it depends on the matchup, right? And who they have available. That's a foul by JC. JC Sheldon sort of ushers Azzi James out of bounds. Score is 32-26. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Chicago playing really well here against the visiting Wings. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Sims checks in, gets it to Lee Yaroo. I know you wanted Lee back in the game, Sierra. Lee on the roll and gets fouled. So Lee Yaroo will go to the line for free throws. The Chinese international. So 32-26. Can you get an assist from an inbound pass? Yeah, Empire. As long as they score the ball like shortly after you inbound it. I know in international game you get an assist on free throws. Like after if you pass the ball to somebody and they go for a shot and they miss, if they make that first free throw, you get an assist. Lee Yaroo off on the second free throw. Natasha Cloud drags down the rebound. Yeah, Empire. Yeah, catch and shoot. Yeah, you get an assist. Cloud gets it over to Banham. Banham gets off the screen. No, she doesn't. Gets it over to Sky. Sky, nowhere to go with it. Looking for Cardoso all the way at the 3-point line. Sky with the ball. Sky. And I'm talking Sky dig. And the Cloud gets the ball. She has to throw it up at the buzzer and misses. Ball in Lee Yaroo's hand. Outlet pass over to Azzi James. Azzi James. Oh, almost double dribbled. Over to Lee Yaroo for three off the back rim and misses. Cloud with the rebound. 32-27. And then a foul away from the play. They call it on Yaroo, I believe. Yes, they Sky with the ball. Sky shoots a contested three. It's off left and Yaroo with the rebound. Azzi James stops. The left elbow jump shot is short. Cloud with the rebound. Natasha Cloud getting some rebounds here in the second quarter. Sky comes off the screen over to Banham. Pump fakes for three. Back over to Sky. Top of the key here. Sky comes off the screen going to right. Poke from behind by Azzi James and Paige Beckers has it. Paige finds Odyssey streaking. Finds Atlanta Smith. She goes up and lays it in. And a timeout called by Chicago. 3-point game. 32-29. Atlanta Smith looking at her wrist like, damn, she smacked my whole wrist and I can't get a foul call. Paige Beckers gets it over to Odyssey, who drops it off to Atlanta, and Atlanta Smith finishes. Looks like her ponytail smacked her in the face, too, as we go to a commercial. Jason, salute. What's going on? Listen, man, Luca, it's good to have faith in your team. I respect it. But it's all gonna play a part. Health is gonna play a part in where teams end up. You know, Chicago. I thought I thought they would be competing for those last couple seeds, but now I still think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't know. I'm not too sold right now. But it's still early. It's still early. It is still early. Chemo says I think Azare should be back next game. Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to seeing that Azare Camilla because she's a much different big than Angel Reese. She doesn't have to live in the paint. She likes to stand out there and shoot threes as a damn near 7-footer. So it is going to be interesting to take a look at. Um, excuse me. Looking at it, Camilla only with one foul, so that's a good sign. Nobody in foul trouble for the Sky. They all have this whole starting lineup has one foul. For the Dallas Wings, Paige Beckers with 2, Alana Smith with 1. I think she had like 4 fouls in the first half last game. So this is a big improvement. Blaze said, who looks like they'll win? I mean, right now, Chicago's in the lead, so I would say the winner looks like person in the lead, team in the lead looks like they'll win, but you never know. When is Vandersloot supposed to be better? Who knows? She's 37 coming off an ACL. I'll be shocked if she doesn't play until like July. And listen, that's another thing that we have to. Vandersloot is on Chicago, Blaze. That's the thing we also have to take a look at as well. Like when Vandersloot comes back, you have Natasha Cloud, you have Skylar Diggins, you have JC Sheldon, you have Rachel Banham, and then you add Courtney Vandersloot on top of that. There's a ton of guards. And there's only one basketball. And Sloot is not a shooter. None of the guards are shooters. Sloot, Cloud, or Diggins, they're not shooters. So it all rests on JC's and Rachel Banham's shoulders to shoot, I guess. Get out of here. Joe said Cloud had 2 in the first 20 seconds last game, so that's good. She's a streaky 3-point shooter, Natasha Cloud is. Very streaky. Oh, and the ball goes through Jaquez's hand, but Banham saves it. Banham drops it off to Cloud. Cloud dribbles left. It gets cut off, and they call a foul on Isaiah James on the reaching. So it's sideline inbound here for the Sky with 14 on the shot clock. 3-point game. Dallas on a 7-0 run right now. Banham off the inbound gets it poked away, and it's off of Banham and out of bounds. Ron said guards that can't shoot ain't really guards, so what are they? Ron, I'm gonna put this on the big screen so when we put Belta behind, you remember what you said. As Isaiah James gets blocked by Elizabeth Williams, Leah Rue with the rebound, misses the hook shot, fight for the rebound. Isaiah James on the floor, but throws it right to Cloud. Cloud with Alana Smith in her sights goes down the lane and misses the layup and draws the foul. Natasha Cloud looked like a bullet out the gun there and just barreled into Alana Smith and drew that foul. So I think they're going to review that. Yeah, they're going to review that. Natasha Cloud was just barreling down the lane and sort of just trucked Alana Smith. And they called a foul on Smith. So we'll see what the resolution is there. Referees are at the table here to review. Zay says, feel bad for Ricky as a Mystics fan. I hope they missed the playoffs. We need at least. Man, say, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for her, but yo, it works out for us. Chemo giving some history lessons. So they're reviewing this. They're showing a replay. Natasha Cloud like a bat out of hell. She initiated all the contact. I think I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's funny. Alana Smith ponytail just cracked her in the nose. She has that Bane mask on because I think she got cracked in the nose by Asia Wilson in preseason, I believe it was. I didn't see any wind up or follow through, so I'm a little confused as to what they're talking about hostile act here. They're playing the Jeopardy music as the refs are reviewing this. I guess Alana Smith. Oh, I guess the follow through on Natasha's hand. I just saw it. It grazed the bridge of her nose, and her nose is very sensitive right now. For those of you, I've never broken my nose or anything like that, but that's tough. Is it possible to put the Spurs OKC score somewhere on the screen for the second half? Let me see what I could do. Let me see what I could do. I got it here on my screen, but let me see what I could do. Yeah, score is. It says 64-53 here on ESPN. 11:19 to go in the third quarter. Let me see. I think I know what I can do here. Stand by. So Natasha Cloud's gonna shoot her free throws. She flailed her arm after drawing that foul. She does that a lot though. Does that flail with the arm, and the trailing arm hits Alana Smith in the nose. And I don't think she's happy about that, but what you gonna do? That's what I need. And Paige Beckers almost misses the free throw, but she knocks down the technical free throw. So now Cloud will shoot her 2 free throws. Let me see. I'm gonna move this here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, cool. I'm gonna see it. Cool. I'm gonna fix it up so y'all can see it. But give me a second. 4-point game here. 34-30 is the score. 34-30. Leah Rue hands it off to Paige. Paige down the lane, throws it out to Sims. She had the wide open lane. I don't know why she didn't take the floater, but Lee gets it back to Odyssey. Up top to Isaiah James. Throw floater in the paint, can't get it to go. Natasha Cloud with the rebound. Ball over to Banham. Banham left side of the court. Back over to Liz Williams. Back to Banham. Banham, quick reload for 3, and it's off. Isaiah James with the rebound. Isaiah James hands it off to Paige. Paige drives that Sky over to Odyssey in the right wing. She dribbles back out to the top of the key. Hands it back over to Paige. Paige dribbles right. Paige, guarded by Liz Williams now, throws it over to Yuru. Yuru down to Smith. Smith against Jaquez. Goes through, and Elizabeth Williams comes with the help defense and blocks it. Cloud saves it to Jaquez. Jaquez goes behind the back. Gets it over to Cloud. Back to Jaquez. Gabriela gives it back to Cloud. They're playing hot potato over here. Cloud over to Jaquez with 5 on the clock. Jaquez with the crossover. Tries to scoop it on Alana Smith, and it's a shot clock violation. She's seen better days than that. There we go. I can make it bigger now. All right, cool. So it's Wings basketball here. Scores 34-30. Odyssey Sims, Alana Smith. Who else is on the court? Jess Shepard, Enrique, and who's in this corner here? That Page and Page. Enrique Agumbawale into the paint. Steps, goes through, draws the foul, and one. Enrique Agumbawale using a couple pivots in the paint. Gets Elizabeth Williams off her feet, draws the foul. Will go to the line for the 3-point play. Crazy Fist says Sky are held together by duct tape and hope. Listen, what they say, a cornered beast is what you should be scared of. When a cornered animal, when it looks like that's what the Sky are doing. They fighting here. Enrique completes the 3-point play. It's a 1-point game here now. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Koulibaly with the ball over the Sky dig. Sky right side of the court gets it over to Jaquez. Jaquez crosses over again, takes the long two and knocks it down. Gabriela Jaquez with the jumper. Her bag isn't deep with the handles, but it's effective there. She just did a couple tweens and pulled up for the midi. Paige Beckers with the ball being hounded out to Jess Shepard. Shepard gets it over to Sims. Sims back to Shepard. Shepard foul line jumper. It was like a line drive off the front of the rim, but enough spin for it to drop in. 36-35. 1-point game here. Sky comes off the screen. Sky down the lane, scoops it up with the right. Oh, it trickles out. Alana Smith with the rebound. Over to Enrique. Dallas looking for the lead. Enrique drops it off to Smith on the roll. Bad pass and is stolen by Jaquez. It's a 2-on-2 here. Jaquez attacks Page, spins, goes up, and gets fouled by Agumbawale. So Gabriela Jaquez will go to the line for 2 free throws. Gavin said Van Liffin's playing right now. Oh, yeah, she's playing in that other game between Connecticut and Seattle. Salute, Gavin. Salute. So Gabby Jaquez at the line, and she trickles in the first free throw. Gabriela Jaquez at the line for the second free throw, and she buries it. All right, ball and play here with Odyssey Sims. Sims with the ball. Sims tries to get it over to, I don't know who she was getting over to. Falls to Page, who gets it to Shepard. Back to Page. Page pump fakes, shoots the midi, and rattles it in. Page with the patience. Patient Page knocks it down. And then Gabriela Jaquez with the offensive rebound. Gabby drives right, goes under the basket, no one home. She dribbles back out on the other side. Cloud over the Sky, and then a moving screen by Gabby Jaquez. Tough. So it is Dallas ball with a chance to retake the lead. We haven't had too many lead changes like we had last night. Last night we had like 24 lead changes in that game. Does Paige have 2 threes yet? No, Paige does not have 2 threes. 15 seconds left, about a 2-second difference shot clock and game clock. Paige Beckers with the ball at half court, guarded by Jaquez. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2. Jess Shepard's going to have to get it up. Gets it to Enrique, and it's a shot clock violation with 1.3 to go on the game clock. So they changed the clock. They changed it to 2.6. So the Sky with 2.6 seconds to get a basket here. Cloud throws a baseball pass right to Alana Smith, and get Alana from half court and gets blocked by Sky. And that's how the half ends. 38-37 Sky on top of the Wings. So 3 ties in the game so far. 3 ties in the game. So 3 ties and 3 lead changes in this game. All right, so home opener for the Sky. They're up by 1 over the Dallas Wings. The Sky looking to go 4-1 on the season. We're going to take a look at the box score and the team stats, and then we'll take a look at the game that ended before this one and the game that's also going on at the same time. All right, let's take a look at it. Halftime. So score is 38-37 is the score. 38-37. Let's zoom in here. So you got Chicago outscoring Dallas 22-16 in the first quarter, but Dallas returns the favor, outscores them 21-16 in the second quarter, which is why it's a 1-point game. Looking at the Dallas Wings, Jessica Shepard, 11 minutes, 8 points, 4 assists. Got Alana Smith with 5 points, 5 rebounds. None for Odyssey Sims with 3 assists. Got Agumbawale with 6 points. And Paige Beckers with 9 points. Does have 3 turnovers and 2 fouls. Off the bench, you have Seegers with none, Kawir with none, 1 for Leroux, 6 for Azzi Fudd, and 2 for Isaiah James. For the Sky, you have Camila Cardoso with 12 points on 6 of 6 shooting. Sky Dig with 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Natasha Cloud with 9, 0 for JC, and 8 for Gabriela Jaquez. Off the bench, Liz Williams with 2, Rachel Banham with 4. Looking at the team stats here. Let's scroll over here. There we go. So Chicago shooting 45% from the field. The Wings are shooting 40. The 3-point shot has been faulty for both teams. 22% for the Sky, 20% for the Wings. Free throws, 10 for 11 for the Sky, 7 for 8 for the Wings. They both missed 1 free throw so far. Sky winning the rebound battle by 117-16. The Wings are winning the assist battle 10-8. The steals battle is tied at 3. Turnovers 6 for the Wings, 8 for the Sky. The Wings have given up 11 points off of their 6 turnovers. Sky have given up 8 points off of their 8 turnovers. Points in the paint in favor of the Sky, 20-16. They're also in favor of fast break points, 8-4. Largest lead was 11 for the Sky, and now it's just a 1-point deficit. 1-point deficit. All right, so that's the team stats so far in this game. Team stats so far. Let's take a look at the game that ended earlier today. That game was also on USA Network. It was the Portland Fire visiting the Indiana Fever, and the Fever, without Caitlin Clark, defeat the Fire 90-73. You take a look at the game leaders here. Bridget Carlton led the way for Portland with 16 points. Aaliyah Boston in her return finishes with 24 and 8 rebounds. Ty Harris led the way with 7 assists, no turnovers. Shook Sutton had 4 assists and 3 turnovers. Sarah Ashley Barker with 6 rebounds. Let's see who else played well. 14 for Shook Sutton. Yeah, I mean, a pretty balanced scoring all around. You can see everybody who checked in for them scored off the bench today. The only person who didn't score was Nadia Poch. But everybody else at least scored for the Portland Fire. So it's like a committee over there. It's win by committee. Indiana, you had 24 from Boston, as I mentioned. 21 from Kelsey Mitchell. And 16 for Lexi Hall. 7 for Mike Hines Allen, 2 for Michaela Timpson. So that was the win by the Fever over the Fire. Now let's take a look at the matchup that's going on right now between the Connecticut Sun and the Seattle Storm. Take a look at the box score here. Score is 9-6 right now. 9-6 is the score. Let's see who's put in work. Anissa Morrow with 2, Neepkins with 2, and Gloma with 2. For Seattle, you got 5 from Heidemann and 4 from Flaugier. So that's their scoring. Remember, Dominique Malonga is still in concussion protocol. So that's why she is not playing. All right, let me look at these comments, see what y'all talking about over here. For those into the NBA, OKC is up 77-73 over the Spurs. 4:50 to go in the third quarter. Yeah, so that's the score right now. Those are the scores right now. We're in halftime right now. We are in halftime. Let me grab this. I'm gonna put the NBA score in this window as well. So we can see, but we are at halftime. Yeah, if I put it here. There we go. Put this right here for us to consume. For those interested, put that right there. Salute to everyone in the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share. I won't be on tomorrow. I'm actually going to the Liberty game against the Valkyries. I'll be there in person. I am a season ticket holder down at for the Liberty. So that'll be my first game of the season. So I'm excited to see the team in person. Supposedly, Satu and Sabrina are game time decisions. Or questionable to play tomorrow. So hopefully we get to see them some minutes tomorrow. Yeah, I won't be able to make it to a lot of those games. I have work stuff to do, so I'll make it to this one on Thursday. Mom is going on Sunday to the Wings game. Selling the game against the Portland Fire, and then I'll go to the game against the Mercury next Wednesday, and then I'm selling that game on next Friday against the Mercury again. So hopefully Liberty can show something good in this homestand. Looking forward to it. To the team. Make sure you follow the channel if you're a Liberty fan or you just want to hear about Liberty news. Started a podcast called The Liberty Lineup. Do some updates. I do game post-game reactions. I'm gonna release a video tomorrow about leading into that game. So make sure you're tuned in for that. It's on the YouTube channel under Jay.JordanTV on YouTube. All right, let's take a look at the schedule while we have some time here. Let's see what games that I can actually do, because I will be away this weekend, so I won't be in my normal setup. So if I do any watch-alongs for any games, it'll probably just be as bare bones as possible. Just to let y'all know. All right, cool. So we have these games going on now. On Thursday, as I mentioned, Golden State visiting New York for the first time. That game is on Prime at 8 p.m. Toronto and Minnesota on League Pass. And you have LA and Phoenix on Prime Video to close out the night. On Friday, you got 3 games. You got Dallas and Atlanta. You got Golden State visiting Indiana. So Golden State on a back-to-back. So they play in New York and then fly to Indiana to take on the Fever. And then you have Connecticut and Seattle playing again. On Saturday, you got Minnesota and Chicago, Portland and Toronto, the battle of the 2 new expansion teams. And then you have LA and Las Vegas. Sunday, you have Phoenix and Atlanta. That should be a good one. Dallas and New York. And then you have Washington and Seattle at 6 p.m. And then on Memorial Day, that's the 25th, right? You have Portland and New York at 8 p.m. and you have Connecticut at Golden State at 10 p.m. So that's the upcoming schedule. Upcoming schedule in the W. So make sure you're tapped in for some of these games. I'll let y'all know what games I'm doing once I figure it out.
What up, Kyle? Salute. What's the vibe from this matchup? A defensive matchup, at least on the skies, from the skies point of view. Very defensively based matchup. Low scoring as well. That's what the defense is doing. Yeah, Leah put in work on Portland. Word. Also, join the Discord. Discord is... Oh, y'all can't see it on the TikTok, but should be on my profile. If you're in the YouTube, it's in the channel description. It's in the stream description as well. When I'm not on stream, I'm playing the games live in there. We were watching... Well, I had them watching the Fever and Portland game in there as I was getting ready to stream tonight's game. So if you ever want to watch some games with people who are watching the W, make sure you join the Discord. Right, if you're just joining, we are at halftime, so you're not missing any action. We are at halftime. Score is currently 38-37. The Sky leading the Dallas Wings. 38-37. Stand by, y'all. Remember, I always say I gotta stay hydrated. I'm about to go get me some water. So BRB, talk amongst yourselves. We back. We are back. Gotta stay hydrated. Weather in New York has skipped spring completely and went straight to summer. So I was not prepared at all. Looking like OKC up 87-77 over the thing. Why can't they lower the rim? Nah, don't. Let's not talk about the lowering the rim, man. We don't need to lower the rim. The women will evolve as they have been. You've seen Dominique Malonga getting up there and getting some dunks. As time evolves, those who can dunk will dunk. Let's see. I missed some comments here. Let's see. Yeah, Sky signed a 2-year deal. She's not quitting. Yeah, okay, I didn't miss anything great. Lucas says they're going great. Duncan becoming way more common. Definitely. So we'll see it more and more as time goes on. No need to lower the rims at this point in time. Jason says, do teams use the same defensive strategy against Fever and Wings? I wouldn't say it's the same defensive strategy. I mean, Paige and Caitlin are different players. Caitlin, Caitlin is known for those long bomb threes, but she can always also pass the ball really well. Paige isn't looking for the long three. She's looking to get into that mid range, and then she can pass as well. So they're different players in meeting their mindset and in the ways they're trying to score. So it may, I mean, all teams have their defensive principles, and then depending on the matchup, they change some aspects of it. But I don't think it's crazily different. All right, looks like the broadcast is coming back now. Looks like the broadcast is coming back now. Salute to everyone hanging around. Oh, they got about 5 seconds until the players resume this game for the third quarter. Salute to everyone hanging around. Let me unmute my speaker so I can listen. Scroll. All right, so let's see what happens in this second half. What y'all think? Let me know y'all predictions in the chat. Do Sky hold on for the win, or do the Dallas Wings ascend and take the lead and the win? Ball and play here with the Wings to start the third quarter. Score is 38-37. Alana Smith with the ball, gets it over to Jess Shepard, left side to Enrique. Paige Beckers comes off the screen. She takes the midi, and it's short. Fight for the rebound. Camilla saves it to Cloud. And that's a foul. Silly foul by Alana Smith. So silly. So silly, bro. Like, why? Doesn't make any sense. Ball and play here with the Sky. Natasha Cloud over the Sky dig. Sky dribbles left, goes up off the glass and scores. Skylar Diggins with the first basket of the second half. Ball and play here with Odyssey Sims over the Page. Finds Jess Shepard, hands it back off the Page. Right side to Enrique. Enrique steps, baseline jump shot is up and good. Enrique Agumbawale on the board. Ball and play here with the Sky, and it's a miss. And Jessica Shepard with the rebound. Shepard goes over to Enrique, left side this time. I don't know how it bounced in. It bounced off the outside of the rim and fell in, and Dallas has the lead 41-40. JC Sheldon with the ball at the left elbow, out to Sky dig. Sky, left hand dribble. Sky, over to Sheldon. Sheldon for three, too strong. Fight for the rebound, out on Alana Smith. And we have a foul before the ball is even inbounded, so that should be automatic free throws. Kibo said Atlanta trying to get back at Cloud. You seen it, right? So Gabriela Jaquez at the line for that free throw, and she knocks it down. So Wings to inbound under their basket, finds JC Sheldon, right side of the court. JC comes off the screen, guarded tightly by Odyssey Sims. Gets it over to Gabby Jaquez. Jaquez with 5 on the clock, crosses over on Shepard, goes up, left hand scoop. Too strong and went over the rim. And a rebound to Page. Page on the outlet to Shepard. Shepard keeps her dribble, finds Alana Smith, and Alana Smith lays it in. And Dallas retakes the lead, 43-41. And a bad pass by Sky. Alana Smith pokes it away, but the Sky retained possession here. JC Sheldon with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. JC Sheldon to Camilla. Camilla goes up, bodies up Alana Smith, gets fouled, and one Camilla Cardoso. Picking up where she left off in that first half. She'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Went right into the chest of Alana Smith. It forced her arms forward. And now Camilla's at the line for the 3-point play. Free throw is up and it's short. That's the first miss by Camilla in tonight's game, and it was a free throw though. So I'll shoot her some bail there. 43-43, 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. Lee Rue is checked into the game for Orlando Smith. They leave Enrique wide open. It's off the front rim. Just Shepard with the offensive rebound, and then it's a loose ball foul. So it is Wings basketball. Ball in play here with Agumbawale. Left side to Odyssey. Back to Enrique. Enrique comes off the screen. Agumbawale gets the rescreen from Lee, and they call a foul. They say Enrique was fouled on the pass. Ronci said, Jay can dunk. Nah, bro, I can't dunk, man. I used to have hops, though. I used to be able to grab rim. I'm not tall. I'm only like 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. 5'7" on a great day. But I used to be able to grab rim back in my younger years. Ball in play here. Paige Becker steps through, off balance, knocks down the 10-footer. And Dallas retakes the lead, 45-43. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Comes off a stagger here. She crosses over, gets down the lane, throws up the scoop, I should say, and scores. Natasha Cloud ties the game at 45. Enrique down to Jess Shepard. Over to Paige, wide open on the baseline, and she knocks it down. Easy offense there for Dallas. Paige up to 13 points. Sky Diggs spins in the lane, scoops it up, can't get it to go. Jess Shepard with the left arm rebound, a foul on Coulibaly. Ball in play here. It's going to be Wings basketball. Jess Shepard will inbound right beside the Chicago bench to get it into Paige. 47-45 is the score. Got Paige Beckers with the ball. Guarded by Cloud. Gets it over to Enrique. JC Sheldon on her like white on rice. Crosses over on her, but JC staying in front. Over to Yeru. Yeru loads up for a three, and Lee Yeru from the right wing knocks down the three. And coach claps in approval. Lee Yeru. 50-45. Sky Dig over to JC Sheldon. That was Lee. Lee for three. Coulibaly over to Cloud. Cloud comes off the screen, gets it over to Sky. Sky, top of the key. Sky drives left. Off balance over Paige, and a tough shot by Sky Dig hits the fall away over Paige Beckers. Scores 50-47. Azzi Fudd is in the game, but the ball's down with Shepard. Now she spins on Coulibaly and draws the foul. Coulibaly, the Sky's draft pick last season, didn't play, and now she's playing this year. That's just a veteran on a rookie. So she spins off of her. She goes for the block and basically hits her on the head there. Thankfully, they're not reviewing this. No need to extend time anymore. Jess Shepard knocks down the free throw. Gabby Jaquez checks in for JC Sheldon. Jess Shepard at the line for the second free throw. It rattles out, and Coulibaly snatches down the rebound. Dallas is in the bonus, so I expect them to continue to go into the paint here. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Gets downhill, goes up for the scoop, off balance, and scores. Natasha Cloud. Tough drive there. And brings it back within two here. 51-49. Paige Beckers over to Yeru. Yeru to Jess Shepard. Jess Shepard drives on Coulibaly, spins back middle, goes up, and gets fouled and scores. So Jess Shepard picking on Coulibaly. And we have a timeout here. It'll be a 3-point play when we come back. So we go to a timeout here. So score is 53-49. The visiting Wings up on the Chicago Sky. Dallas outscoring Chicago 16-11 in this third quarter. Salute to everyone still hanging around for this game. Scoring the other game, Connecticut's up on Seattle 31-27 in the second quarter, and in the NBA game, as you can see, it's 99-92 with about 9.5 to go in the fourth. Well, 99-94 now. Yeah, Wings starting to find something working here offensively, which is going into the paint and picking on the rookie. Excuse me. $53-49. Oh, it's a 2-point game now. 99-97 out there in Oklahoma City. Spurs on the comeback trail here. That would be crazy if they steal both games on the road. That'll be interesting. Let me see what they doing in this Connecticut game, though. Let me keep an eye on the score. See, I pick up Aaliyah Edwards. Now she can't put the ball in the basket. Oh, look, Ashlyn Jackson on a developmental contract getting her first minutes of her WNBA career. She scores. She has 2 points. Ashlyn Jackson out of Duke. If you remember watching the NCAA tournament, she hits that 3-point shot over LSU to eliminate LSU from contention. Right, broadcast is coming back now. A little under 5 minutes to go here. Jessica Shepard going to the line for the 3-point play. She has 11 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds on the night. Yeah, I have to go watch that highlight of the Castle dunk. I got a bunch of alerts about it, but I haven't watched it. Man, I'm a little tired. Hopefully this game can give me some juice here. Jessica Shepard at the line. Free throw is up. And she knocks it down. Scores 54-49. Natasha Cloud at the point guard position alongside Koulibaly, Cardoso, Diggins, and Jaquez. Diggins comes off the screen going left. Throws it over to Cloud. Top of the key. Cloud down to Cardoso. Again to Yeru. She goes up. Throws up the floater. Her first miss of the night. And Yeru gets the rebound. And they call a travel on Yeru. She was being bumped a little bit. Couldn't keep that pivot down on the rebound. Ball in play here with the Sky. Koulibaly looking for Cardoso, trying to attack Lee again. Picks up her dribble, finds Jaquez, lays it in over Arike Agumbawale. And it's a 3-point game again, 54-51. Paige Beckers with the ball. Paige goes cross court over to Yeru. Yeru back to Paige. Paige off the screen for 3, and Paige Beckers knocks down the 3. That's her first 3 of the night. I think. Yeah, I think that's her first 3. And we have a 3 in the key Defensive 3-second call on the wings, I should say. Yeah, so Paige Becker is 1 for 3 from the 3-point line tonight. She's up to 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. She's up to 16 points. Paige Beckers. Tudo, send me the link to what? The Spurs game? Ball and play here with Sky Dig. Sky Dig with the crossover. Sky drops it off to a rolling Cardoso. Cardoso goes up, misses again. Rebound, foul, and 1. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and she does. Yeah, send me the link. You can put it in the Discord. I'll just grab it from there. So Sky Dig finds Cardoso. She misses the first one and misses the second. Azzi Fudd, she hit a couple middies early, but it's been quiet ever since. Cardoso knocks down the free throw. It's a 2-point game, 57-55. Azzi Fudd only got like 4 points or 6 points for AZ. Uru over the Page, right side of the court. They clear out for her. Now Uru comes to set the screen. She doesn't use it. Page over to Uru. Uru loads up for another 3 off the back of the rim and Cloud with the rebound. Over to Sky Dig. Chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 here. She takes the 3 for the lead off the back rim. Paige Beckers with the rebound. Page pushing it in transition. Goes behind the back. Drops it off to Uru. Uru goes up and gets fouled. Cardoso with the foul. Lee takes a tumble. And Lee will go to the line for 2 free throws. I got it. Tudo, thank you. We'll take a look at it at the next break. Uru at the line, and it's off the back rim. She misses the first. Oh, I forgot y'all could hear that. My bad. Oh, nah. The freeze frame I paused it on is dirty. Oh, my gosh. The freeze frame I have it paused on is crazy. Cloud goes down the lane, finishes on the right, went under the rim and finished. Nasty move by Natasha Cloud. It's a 1-point game. Paige Beckers over to Lee Uru. Over to Enrique. Enrique keeps Cloud on her back. She gets fouled as she goes to the basket. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Oh, nah. Yeah, this lineup is a little stagnant for me, for Dallas. I'm not seeing anything promising here. But Enrique is at the line for free throws. She knocks down the first. Excuse me. Oh, Natasha Cloud got to knock. Cloud up to 15 points as Enrique knocks down the second free throw. Back to a 3-point game, 60-57. Dallas trying to hold on to this lead now. Cloud for 3, and the tie off the front rim. And Jess Shepard with the rebound. Oh, Elizabeth Williams gets the steal, and Gabriela Jaquez saves it. Over to Liz, over to Gabby, over to Cloud. Oh, Bantam, she's wide open for 3 in the tie. Oh, wide open and breaks it. Wow, that was it right there. Enrique crosses over on Gabby and misses. Cardoso with the rebound. Over to Cloud. Cloud pushing in transition. Goes behind the back. Calls for the screen. Cloud gets the screen. Clouds over to Gabby Jaquez. Down to Cardoso. Cardoso against the Uru. She goes up with the left and scores. 60-59. Odyssey Sims over to Azzi Fudd. Haven't said her name in a long time. Azzi Fudd stops. Snatchback dribble. Goes over to Jess Shepard. Left side of the court. Shepard goes by Cardoso. Reverse lay is good on the right side. 62-59. As they say, where am I watching it live? It's on USA Network. That's where I'm watching it. Ball over to Enrique. She goes over to Azzi Fudd. Gets defended at the 3 over to Shepherd. And Shepherd slows it down. But there is a link on YouTube over to Azzi for 3. And Azzi Fudd finally gets a 3-point shot attempt. She's only taking 3 threes this season. She knocks it down. Cloud comes off the screen, drops it off to Cardoso. The pass was a little too hard and too low. Jess Shepherd at the controls here. Oh, finds a nice cutting Odyssey Sims. That's a left-hand lay. That's easy work. Timeout called by Tyler Marsh. Good timeout by Tyler Marsh. The game's starting to slip away from the sky here. Dallas with a 9-2 run. And Jessica Shepherd's been at the focal point of a lot of this offense here for the Wings. And they're staying here for the timeout, though. Jason says, this seems like the Wings team that could have used Carrington or Diamond Miller at least more than. Oh yeah, that's true. But listen, maybe some moves may not have happened if those players were still on the team, you know. As I get this easy propaganda out my face, I'm weak. Oh, I want to show y'all this dunk though. Salute to Tudo for the pass, but this dunk was filthy. Hold on. Let me show y'all this. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Just boomed it on him. Hey, oh my days. Look at this man on Hartenstein. Get out the way. Oh my God. Sheesh. And look at Wemby face. Yeah, he know that was dirty. He put this man in the basket. God. That was dirty. All right, just in time to get back to this game. Sky with the ball out of the timeout. Let's see what they run. A stagger screen going to the right. Up top to Jaquez. Jaquez gets it over to Banham. Banham guarded tightly by Azzi Fudd. Oh, they send a late double, but it goes to JC. JC wide open. Baseline jumper is good. So it looked like it was going nowhere fast, but JC knocks down the jumper. Odyssey Sims out the controls of Sims, Shepherd, James, Fudd, and Yeru. Azzi Fudd pump fakes for 3. She steps in for the mid. He gets fouled and 1. And they're going to review it. So Azzi Fudd, that pure jump shot falls. I don't know where the foul was. Oh, it was a foul for Banham sort of holding Yeru as she was rolling to the basket. So they're going to review to see if the foul happened simultaneously with the gather for the shot or not. Nah, that dunk was filthy, bro. Put this man in the damn basket. I should have played the whole thing. Reggie Miller over here jumping on Jamal Crawford's shoulders. Well, he like hugging Jamal Crawford, calling the game. Pretty funny. That was dirty though. I guess you could say that was simultaneously, but that shot by AZ is just so pure. So there, it's right there. I don't know. But they're gonna review it to see if the contact happened before the gather, before the shooting motion, or after. Jeez, it's still the third quarter. I feel like this game been going on forever. Oh, damn. So to wipe the points off the board, the basket doesn't count. It is free throws there. Um, it should be free throws for Yuru, I'm assuming. So no bucket for Fudd. But they're in the bonus, so it's free throws. So game's leading scorer is Camila Cardoso with 19 points, 7 rebounds. So Leah Rue at the line for free throws. Free throw is up. And she rattles in the first. Leah Rue. Second free throw is up. And she knocks down both. So Leah Rue knocks down both free throws. 8-point game here for the Dallas Wings. I don't know what happened to the broadcasters' mics, but I think I might like this better. Cloud gets it over to Banham. Oh, as I say that, Banham gets fouled, throws up the floater off glass, and will go to the line for the 3-point play. Rachel Banham comes off that curl, going to the basket, reaching there by Isaiah James, and she banks it in. So Rachel Banham at the line, knocks it down. 5-point game, 69-64. You got Odyssey Sims with the ball with 5 on the clock. 4, Azzi Fudd pump fakes, takes the baseline jumper, grazes the rim, and Jess Shepard gets fouled on the putback. That's the foul on Jaquez. So Jess Shepard, as I mentioned, she's had her hand in all over this game. She's working on a triple-double. Jess Shepard with 14 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Free throw is up. Shepard knocks it down. Jess Shepard at the line for 2. And she knocks it down. So 71-64. And with 0.2 on the clock, they'll let the clock run out, the Sky do. And we'll head to the fourth. Score is 71-64. The Sky outscore the Wings. Sorry, the Wings outscore the Sky 34-26 in that third quarter. (34-26). Salute to everyone hanging around. Salute to everyone hanging around for this late night watch along here between these two teams, the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We do watch alongs all WNBA season long. We'll probably be back Saturday, maybe Saturday and Sunday. Join the Discord. I'll play these games in the Discord for y'all. So make sure you join the Discord. Looks like OKC is holding steady here. They're at 114-105. I think it's like the Spurs go on a run and then OKC responds. Looking at this other game between Connecticut and Seattle, it's a 3-point game about to go to the second quarter. 43-40. You got Reagan Beers with 10 points, Nella Angloma with 13. The French woman just came over to the team and she already putting in work. Off the bench, Nella Angloma. Top pick in this draft. I think she was like the 9th or 10th overall pick. Probably earlier. For the Storm, Flaw J. Johnson, only 4 points for her. Is she in foul trouble? No, she's not. 10 points for Heidemann, 14 off the bench for Mackenzie Holmes. A pretty good game going on over there in Seattle between two teams desperate for a win, especially Connecticut. They're 0-5. Seattle's 1-3. So both teams trying to get a win here. Miu said, thank you for supporting women's sports. Salute to you on the TikTok. Appreciate you. Salute. All right, broadcast is coming back, y'all. Fourth quarter is finally here. I'm sweating. It's hot. Turn this light down a little bit. Hope y'all can still see me. There we go. Turn the lights down low. Late night streams with Jay Jordan here on the channel. Ball in play here with the Sky for the fourth quarter. Oh, and Odyssey Sims gets a steal immediately. Odyssey Sims goes up, quick left-hand layup, and trickles off. Isaiah James with the offensive rebound. Over to Jess Shepard. Shepard, no look to Odyssey. Odyssey finishes with the right hand this time, and it's a 9-point game. 73-64. I have my window wide open. That's right here beside me, but it's not making a difference, really. JC Sheldon with the ball. Over to Koulibaly. Koulibaly down to Camilla. Over to Sky. Sky. Corner three. And Sky knocks down the left corner three in front of the Chicago bench. Why Sky looked like she limping a little bit. She all right? Odyssey over to Jess Shepard. Finds Isaiah James on the back up. Goes up and lays it in. That was a nice play right there. Nice play to free up Isaiah James for the lay. 75-67. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Dribbles right. Thinks better of it. Dribbles back to the right corner. Puts her in an ISO. Attacks Shepard. Goes reverse layup and scores. Tough take by Cloud. 75-69. Odyssey Sims with the step through. Camilla says, what are you doing, child? And blocks that. Get that weak stuff out of here. Kyle, you're absolutely right. It's definitely not Liberty Portland late. That game started at like 10:30. If that would have went to overtime, I would have been asleep on the stream that first Portland game. Odyssey seems to inbound. Gets it over to AZ. Quick release. And Azzi Fudd knocks down her second three of the night. She's starting to get into a rhythm here. 4 of 5 overall. 69-78. The number 1 overall pick in the 2026 draft. Coming off the bench, but making an impact. Cloud over to Sky. Sky for 3. And Sky responds with a 3. She says, I could do that too. I packed that thing too. 78-72. Odyssey Sims. Over to Jess Shepard. Poked away by Koulibaly, but Shepard recovers it. Shepard on the attack. Fake spins right, goes back to left. Out to Alana Smith for 3 and misses. Koulibaly with the rebound and gets it over to Sheldon as she falls down. Sheldon crosses half court. Sheldon gets it down to Cardoso. She catches it with her fingertips and still was able to get an attempt up and draws the foul. So, 6-point game with Cardoso going to the line for 2 free throws. Woo. Just to let that yawn out. Camila Cardoso at the line. First free throw is up, and it's short. Elizabeth Williams checks in. Camila Cardoso still at the line. Has to take her second free throw. Aisha Coulibaly goes to the bench. And Cardoso knocks down the second free throw. Score is 78-73. 5-point game, 7:44 to go. Cardoso up to 20 points and 7 rebounds. Ball over to Enrique. No hesitation. 3 goes up from the left side and scores. 81-73. Cloud with the ball. She steps back, takes a mid-range jump shot, and she knocks it down. So the offenses are starting to percolate here. 81-75. Back and forth affair. Enrique over to Page. I said Enrique over to Page. Page over to Enrique. Enrique, midi is off. Lee Rue with the offensive rebound. And a foul there by Tosh Cloud on the try to snatch the rebound away from her. That's only Cloud's second foul, so she's good money with fouls. Wings getting into Paige Beckers. Paige back to Shepard. Shepard up top to Uru. Uru back to Paige on the right hand side. Paige with 4 on the clock. Paige has to shoot it up at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Gabby Jaquez. Jaquez left side of the court. Doesn't see a clear way in front of her. She slows it down. Jaquez looking for somebody to get it to. She goes all the way around the paint. Escapes. Oh, and smokes the layup. It trickles off. 81-75. Enrique with the ball. Over to Uru. Uru hands it off to Paige. Paige over to Enrique. And we have a foul call on the floor. Let's see. They're showing that last Gabby Jaquez play. She goes to the basket. They're saying that's a foul. I don't think it really is. That's tough, though. So it is Dallas basketball, excuse me. Conline said, Jay, I see you did your Walt Clyde. Oh, yeah, you see it perfectly? Yeah. Listen, man, when you grow up in New York, that's you used to hear Walt talking all the time. That's when I had cable. Ball over to Enrique. Over to Jess Shepard on the baseline. Shepard goes in. Left hand hook is good. Jessica Shepard having a hell of a game. Hell of a game for Jess. Jaquez misses the 3, rebound to Cloud. Paige gets it over to Enrique. She stops at the foul line. Jumper is too strong. Guy in transition. And a foul is called away from the play on Enrique. On Enrique Gumbawale. Excuse me. Whew. And we have a timeout on the court here. Timeout on the floor. What's up, Kara? Wasn't able to catch this game. Is it going well? It's all right. Chicago was up in the first quarter, but it's been pretty much all Dallas ever since. Chicago making runs, but Dallas responding. All right, let's take a look at the box score. Jess Shepard, as I said, she's doing it all. Jess Shepard with 18 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds on 6 of 7 shooting. You got Enrique Gumbawale with 15, 16 for Paige Beckers, 7 and 6 for Lee Uru, 12 for Azzi Fudd. For the Sky, you got Cardoso with 20 and 7, excuse me. Sky Dig with 13, Cloud with 19, Jaquez with 12, and Elizabeth Williams with 2. It should be 14 for AZ. Yeah, that basket got wiped away. Yeah, you got a point there. But AZ having a good game. She knocked down 2 threes. That's more than she's hit all season. So positive signs for the Wings and Azzi Fudd. Salute to everyone still hanging around. I'm holding on by a thread. This game feels like it's dragging, but it's really not. It's just moving at the same pace. But I appreciate you all. Make sure you leave a like, a follow, a subscription. Helps the channel out tremendously. Yeah, she's shooting really efficiently. They definitely should draw up some more looks. Yeah, no OT tonight. Just like that old Paul George meme. That Paul George commercial. What was it, Gatorade? Alright, at least it's not just me. It is dragging. It looks like Oklahoma City are going to win this game. They're up 122-113 with 19.7 seconds left. So that game should be over. So broadcast is coming back now. Broadcast is coming back. Oh, oof. Let's see if I could call this game without my glasses. I'm blind. No, not really. But I am blind though. All right, let's see what happens. Can the Sky make a late push here? Look like an old person squinting. So Cardoso with the ball over to Natasha Cloud. Cloud gets it over to Sky. And we have a foul by Leah Rue being a little extra aggressive on Cardoso. Yeah, Tudo. The heat makes people fall asleep. That's what it is. It's the beaming sun. Yeah, Sierra is definitely Uncle Alert. Ball in play here with Liz Williams over to Camilla. Back to Liz. Liz cuts down the lane and scores. 83-77. So that big to big passing there works out in the Sky favor. Leah Rue over to Azzi Fudd. AZ takes the right elbow jump shot. This time she's short. But Gabriela Jaquez with the rebound. She was saying why. I was scot-free. Don't call the foul. That might be a transition take foul. She was on the run there. They're probably going to review it. She's off to the races there. Don't call the foul. Now they're going to review it. Oh, my days. So we are up to another review here. These West Coast games catching up to me, y'all. I can't lie. And this is not even a West Coast game. It's more like a Central Time Zone game. But these games be catching up to me. So it's final in Oklahoma City. They even up the series at 1 game apiece. Oklahoma defeats San Antonio 122-113. Yeah, Jess Shepard was a great signing. You know exactly what you're going to get from her. Somebody who grabs boards, who's like a playmaker from that forward center position, and can make layups. So you know exactly what you're getting when it comes to that. So they're reviewing to see if this is a clear path foul. Wake me up when they decide. Nah, let me stop. I just see my friend texting me. That's hilarious. That's funny. She was like, I see you falling asleep. Yo, that's hilarious. Sade, you funny. 83-77, y'all. I'm holding on. We gonna get through this. 5:22 to go. I guess they didn't call it a clear path. They just say it was a common foul, so no extra free throws. Cardoso with the ball. Attacks Yeru, goes up and smokes the layup. Jess Shepard snatches the rebound out of Lee Yeru's hands. He said, "That's mine." Right, chap, you're right. But there was by the time I got home, that game was starting. That's the reason I didn't do the Fever game. And that game was a blowout too. Lee Yeru should have shot the three, doesn't shoot it. Paige Beckers with the ball. 2 on the clock. Paige for the jumper, knocks it down. Paige Beckers with the jumper. 85-77. Please, no more fouls. No more reviews. Elizabeth Williams with the ball. Liz Williams spins, goes up, under. Oh, that's a foul. I jinxed it. I jinxed it. 85-77. That's 3 fouls on Jess Shepard. So Liz Williams at the line. Oh, she has that hitch in her free throw where she goes up and then freezes and then tries to follow through, kills all her momentum. But she knocks down the second. I forgot she has that crazy hitch. Right here, it's my fourth night. It is my 4th night in a row. You're absolutely right. Ball over to Jess Shepard, over to Enrique, comes off the screen, going right, and she gets tripped up by Cloud. She gets tripped up by Cloud. 3rd on Cloud. Playing a little bit too aggressive there. Feet get entangled. But then I think both teams are in the bonus. And Cloud looking like she was about to crash out. Oh no, Dallas not in the bonus yet. Paige Beckers down the lane, attacks Jaquez and flexes on her as she scores. Paige Beckers. 87-78. Dallas looking to put an end to this game. As Cloud gets it over to Cardoso. Cardoso goes back cut to Sky Dig, goes under the basket, clears out the whole side. She loads up for 3 on the other side, and it rattles out. Cardoso offensive rebound again, and gets fouled on the second attempt. A lot of mercy. Jeez. So what's Paige up to now? Hold on, y'all. Paige up to 20 points. Paige Beckers with 20. Oh yeah, baseball is not my calling, Con Landing. Baseball is not my calling. Camila Cardoso knocks down the first free throw. Am I rooting for the Sky? Cara, nah, I'm not rooting for anybody really. I'm just my team is the Liberty, so I'm just rooting for a good game. That's all I root for when I do these neutral watch-alongs. A good game. 87-80 is the score. You got Azzi Fudd with the ball. Finds Lee Yeru. Yeru with it. Spins back left. Gives it over to Paige. Paige, another jumper. And misses. Fight for the rebound. Cardoso snatches it. Gets it over to Cloud. 7-point game. 3:30 to go here. What are the Sky going to do here? Cloud. Bounce pass to Liz Williams. Down the lane. She looked out of control there. Wild layup is way off. And Jess Shepard pushing in transition over to Azzi Fudd. Oh no. Wide open in the corner. And the ball falls right out of her hands. Oh man. Timeout called by Jose Fernandez. Timeout called. $87-80, 3:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. We have a timeout on the floor. I mean, this game is not over by any stretch. If Dallas is just one quick run by Chicago, excuse me, and we talking about a different story here. Let me take this NBA game off the screen. That game is over. Chad, let me put my glasses on. I'm tired of squinting like I'm an old man here. Chad said, bro, Paige, you need 1-3 from Paige. She's looking to get to that midi, so we'll see if she gets it done. Looking at the scores here, Jessica Shepard, 18 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. You got Paige Beckers with 20 points. Cardoso on the other side with a double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds for Camila Cardoso. You got Sky Dig with 13 points and 3 assists. Cloud with 19 points and 7 rebounds with 4 assists. You got Azzi Fudd with 12 points. So you got scoring all around. Yo, who mans is this on the TikTok? Said need 2 assists from Diggins and the Sky W. The Sky W looking a little shaky right now, but it's possible. Salute for the comment. Yeah, too though. Maybe if I don't think about it, it'll go quicker. Chap said, good to see Yoru getting some minutes. Yeah, definitely. And you know, they talk about the mid range and how the mid range has no place in the game, but there's some mid range monsters out there. Carter, I'm not showing the game, my friend. This is all play by play. Play by play, my friend. All right, they finally came back to the broadcast. Courtney Vandersloot talking to Tyler Marsh there. I'll let y'all know if Paige hit the 3. The Sky, 30% from the field, 30% on the season from 3-point range. They're 4 for 19 tonight. What is that 30? Is that 30%? What is that? Somebody do the math. Math was never my strong suit. Where's the calculator? Let me break that out. So that's 20%. Yikes. Ball in play here with Chicago. Sky Dig with the ball. 3 minutes, approaching 3 minutes to go here. Skylar, right side, comes off the screen from Cardoso. Goes over to Koulibaly. Gets it down to Cardoso. Lee Yoru with some good hands there. Pokes it away. And it's 10 seconds on the shot clock. Thank you, chat. So Cloud inbounding right under her basket. Finds Sky. Sky throws up the floater with the right hand and scores. She's a lefty naturally. Throws up the right hand floater. It's a 5-point game. Paige over to Jess Shepard. Jess Shepard spins out of that steal attempt. Nowhere to go with it. Throws it up top to Yoru. Yoru gets it over to Paige. Paige for 3. And it's too strong. Fight for the rebound. Cloud gets the rebound. Cloud pushing. They have a 3-on-2. Gets into Cardoso. And they intentionally foul Paige. Paige stops a short bucket there. They take the basket away. Paige with the intentional foul. I guess that's smart. Saves a sure thing. There was no way Azzi Fudd was stopping Camila Cardoso. But Cloud is at the line since Chicago is in the bonus. Cloud knocks down the first free throw. That's a 20-piece for Natasha Cloud, I believe. Yep, and 21. Natasha Cloud with 21. Chap, do not wish that. I wouldn't wish overtime on my worst enemy right now. And they're hyping up the crowd here. Courtney Vandersloot and the Sky bench get on their feet. Tell the crowd to get on their feet here. 87-84 over to Enrique. Enrique, corner 3, and she buries it. She says, calmate. 90-84. The crowd sits right back down. That's hilarious. Elizabeth Williams over to Sky. Sky comes off the screen going left. Sky Dig. Keeps the dribble alive. Over to Camilla. Hand off to Cloud. Cloud pump fakes for 3. Cloud down the lane. Left hand scoop. Can't get it. Jess Shepard another rebound. And Jess Shepard will dribble it up the court. Under 2 minutes to go here. Shepard over to Paige. Paige off the screen. Back to Jess Shepard. Jess Shepard. Back to Arike. Arike, this might be the dagger. Arike Agumbawale back-to-back threes. And that should probably do it. 93-84. Arike said, we trying to go home, man. And she cashes out from 3. Paige definitely missed the 3, guys. But Arike Agumbawale said, I ain't missing. Back-to-back threes here. She had the 3 to quiet the crowd down, and then a 3 to send them home, probably. Big shots there by Arike Agumbawale. Calms the crowd down, says, listen, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Beat the traffic. Tough shots there by Reek. I shouldn't even say they were tight. They were tough. They were really wide open, to be completely honest with you. Hope this doesn't kick me out. All right, so timeout is over. It's 93-84. That sort of got my adrenaline going a little bit, gave me a little extra shot. So I'm not as tired as I was before. Good stuff, Arike. Ball in play with Cardoso over to Liz Williams. Oh, they find Banham. Banham pump fakes for 3, goes in, takes the 2 instead. In and out, fight for the rebound. Paige Beckers gets the rebound. Paige crosses half court, guarded by Sky Dig. Left side of the court, comes off the screen, doesn't really use the screen. Guarded by Sky. 8 seconds to go. Over to Lee Yaru. Lee finds Arike. Arike to put this away. She's going left, off balance, off glass. Oh, she almost banked it in. Yaru with the rebound. And gets it over to Paige. And they'll run some more clock here. Paige with 7 on the shot clock. Has Banham in her sights. Paige crossover. Goes right. Gets by her. Right hand scoop. And scores. Paige Beckers. That should probably do it. 11-point game here. 95-84. Cloud gets it over to Banham. Banham over to Cardoso. Over to Banham. Banham takes a 3 and scores. But is it too little, too late here? Jess Shepard over to Arike. Arike up the court and slows it down, and a foul there by Rachel Banham. It's not looking good for that page 3, y'all. On TikTok, it's not looking good for that page 3. Nah, chap, you crazy. I'm not staying up for that game. And then, oh no, why y'all doing this? They playing the foul game. My adrenaline just went away. They gotta be kidding me, bro. Dude's playing the foul game now. It's too little, too late. 95-87. Arike looking to add to her point total tonight. She's at the foul line. And she rattles in the first. Arike Agumbawale at the line for the second, and she knocks them down. And they call a reset timeout, I think. Or do they call a regular timeout? Oh, no. They call a regular timeout. Tyler Marsh calls it. So Arike Agumbawale with back-to-back threes to pretty much ice this game. Chemo, you know, but Arike never seen a shot she don't like. She got the ball in her hand, and there's a basketball hoop somewhere nearby. It's going up. Salute to everyone still, excuse me. Salute to everyone still hanging out. I'm out of water again. But we're almost done here. 97-87, 37.8 seconds to go in this one. Almost over. Page, Page is on the court, but with 37.8 seconds left to go in a 10-point game, she's not gonna take a three, my friend. She had that 1 3 that would have did it for you, but she missed it. But it is Chicago basketball. Elizabeth Williams to inbound. They get it to Cardoso in the corner. Oh, Miss Cloud under the basket. They find Banham. Banham comes off the screen for three, off the back rim, and Jess Shepard gets the rebound and says, "Yo, listen, I'm the center. I get the rebounds. You do the scoring." Jess Shepard with another rebound, which adds to her total, and that's the triple double. Damn, she almost stole the triple double from her. That's why she said, "Get out the way." Jess Shepard with 18 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Enrique almost stole her triple double. That's crazy. The hell out the way. I would have been sick if she would have stole my rebound. But Jess misses the first free throw. Her second career triple double for Jessica Shepard. How good are my Barclay seats? I'm in the 100 level section, chat. 100 level section. I was in the... she misses both free throws. Lee Yeru gets the offensive rebound. Just let it go. Over to Azzi Fudd. Azzi back to Lee. Azzi. Yeah, over to Paige. Let's see if Paige shoots the three. No, she gets into the midi right-hand scoop and score. And that's 99 points for the Wings. They get it over to Cardoso running the floor, and she lays it in with 11 seconds to go. And then they should just dribble this out. Enrique crosses half court, 7 seconds to go. And this is how this game ends, thankfully. 99-89 final score. Dallas moves to 3-2 on the season. The Sky fall to 3-2 on the season. I'll quickly go over the box score before we leave, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. Let's take a quick look at it. 99-89 final score. You can see in the first quarter, Chicago outscored Dallas 22-16. Then Dallas outscored them 21-16 in the second, 34-26 in the third, and outscored them 28-25 in the fourth. Final score 99-89. Jess Shepard, second career triple-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists on 6 of 7 shooting. Alana Smith with 7 points, 6 rebounds. 4 for Odyssey Sims. I think sooner or later, Azzi Fudd will be in that spot as I predicted preseason. Before the season, I should say that it should be Azzi, Enrique, and Paige, but we'll see. Enrique Gumbawale, 23 points, clutch baskets down the stretch. Paige Beckers with 24, 11 of 19 shooting. Off the bench didn't do too much work besides Azzi Fudd. 12 points for her, 7 for Yeru, 4 for Isaiah James. I will say Lee Yeru almost had a double-double off the bench. 7 points, 9 rebounds. They shot 50% from the field, 43% from 3. For the Sky, Cardoso with 24 and 11 with 5 assists as well. Good game for her, but it wasn't enough. 15 for Sky Dig. 21 for Cloud with 8 rebounds, 5 assists. JC Sheldon with 2 points. Jaquez with 12. And off the bench, they got 10 from Banham and 5 from Liz Williams. They finished with 9 turnovers, 20 assists, 24% from 3. Ain't gonna get it done. Compared to 43% for the Wings. Yeah, chap, those seats are a good view. I used to be closer, which was closer to the action, but a worse view. But I'm in the 100 level section. Nobody's sitting in front of me. I'm on like a ledge, so I have a clear view of the court. So I can't wait. I'll put some pictures in the Discord, or I'll show y'all on the next stream. I'm going to the game tomorrow. Have a good night, y'all. I am out of here. Salute to the people on TikTok. Jada said she's excited to see AZ get more involved in the offense. She's getting better and better as the games, and she gets more experience in the WNBA. I won't be on stream tomorrow. I'll be at the game, the Liberty game. I'll post some pictures on my Instagram. It's Jay.JordanTV. I need to edit that on my screen. It's J.JordanTV on Instagram. I'll probably post some on YouTube as well. We'll see. But thanks for all the super chats, the jewels, the likes, the subscriptions. It's Jay Jordan, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Salute.